My name is Kathy Butler, and this is my presentation on what does the future hold for the growth of the Taliban, and why should I care? Who are the Taliban? The Taliban emerged in the early 1990s in northern Pakistan, and they emerged into Afghanistan when the Soviets left after the invasion, and they were mainly supported by the ethnic Pashtuns. The people welcomed the Taliban because of the chaos in their country at the time. The Taliban promised to restore peace and security and enforce Islamic law. The United States, after 9/11, they drove the Taliban from power in Afghanistan. Is the Taliban weakening? It's been said killing terrorists is sort of like mowing weeds. Things get better for a while, but the weeds come back. The United States has been doing a great job in getting a lot of these leaders of the Taliban off the streets, as well as in other terrorist groups. Osama bin Laden said, "When experienced leaders are eliminated, the result is the rise of lower leaders who are not as experienced as the former leaders and who are prone to errors and miscalculations." And yet, NBC News said that the number of Talibans in Afghanistan was about 20,000. This was 4 years ago. Now, the defense officials said the current Taliban strength is at least 60,000. So it's continuing to rise. Is the Taliban weakening? It is not. They are growing strong. The Taliban are seeking to present themselves as a legitimate political movement, able to administer services and govern the country. The America and Afghanistan officials are concerned about the support they are getting from some big countries like China, Russia, India, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Iran. They believe they are getting as much as $500 million a year, which is a big concern. BBC released a study in January estimating that the Taliban were openly active in 70% of the country's district. That's a huge area, huge amount of space. The Taliban make and enforce the rules. They are reinstating old Islamic rules, which are hard on the people, especially the women. Citizens live in fear. You can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. The Taliban have found a much more subtle way of gaining control. The Taliban leadership realized that instead of attacking government schools and aid projects, it could gain much more by co-opting them. In doing so, it could take credit for providing services and win over the local population. As their influence grows in a given town, the Taliban gradually imposes their rules on civilian life, which includes determining what is taught in the schools, how they manage their clinics, how their courts are run. It's swifter, but they're much more harsher. Smartphones and televisions are officially banned, and a lot of times that rule, I don't know about a lot of times, but sometimes they ignore that rule, and it's fine as long as they don't get caught. If they get caught, they're beaten. This is how they keep control over the people, and they've been sadly successful. Why should I care? I love my country. I love the freedoms I enjoy. I love being able to worship as I feel I want to worship. I love being able to have the freedom to go to any church I want to go to. I love the freedom of being able to go to school, having our children go to school. And I love being able to go for medical treatment if I feel like I need medical care. I love being in a democracy where I can speak how I feel. I love our justice system, which works well most of the time. In 2 Nephi chapter 1, verse 7, it pretty much says it all. And if it so be that they shall serve him according to the commandments which he hath given, it shall be a land of liberty unto them. These freedoms can be taken away from us as well as they were from the people in Pakistan. We need to be living as we know we should. We need to be supporting our good leaders and doing our part to make sure that we keep these freedoms. Thank you. These are my references. Thank you for listening.